All right, as I get us ready to stream, there we go. Good morning, River Valley. Let me take my camera off so y'all can see my beautiful face this morning.
Oh,
Good
yes.
morning, River Valley. This is Stephanie Quinones, your president of the River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to welcome you to our Thursday talks. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a brief call this morning, but I would be remiss if I did not say that we had an amazing mixer in honor of Juneteenth and celebrating our grant awardees last night. Had a great turnout. I'm very happy for what we did. Again, that was our second round of SBR grants, Small Business Revitalization Grants, in partnership with the Georgia Coalition of Black Chambers, Sharice Merriweather, and Teresa Omnovich. Very detrimental in getting those funds to the Black chambers throughout Georgia. Again, it was a collaborative effort where these chambers came together and approached Governor Kemp about getting some money to these small businesses that are a huge part of not only Georgia, but our community as well. Let's see. So I'm going to turn things over to our VP of Business Affairs. I'll circle back with the message that I gave to our awardees a little bit later. I'm going to turn things over to our VP of Business Affairs, Mr. Monte Boynton. Monte?
Good morning, River Valley. Good morning, millionaires. Not just millionaires financially, but millionaires in your mindset as well. Happy Thursday. Do want to congratulate all the grant recipients on last night. It was a wonderful night, beautiful night to see such hardworking entrepreneurs in our city get rewarded. We had businesses that were been in business for at least 20 years. So definitely excited about that. And thank you to Dr. Rocky and Madam President for putting on such a great event. Everything was beautiful last night. And again, just want to congratulate all the grant recipients. But now on to the business tip of the day. Now, last night we did talk about, Mayor-elect also talked about doing business with the city of Columbus, but now we're going to talk about how to do business with the state of Georgia. And did you know that the state of Georgia purchases billions of dollars in goods and services every year? So that's whether you're a contractor, a consultant, a trucking company, a caterer, you offer janitorial service, construction firm, IT provider, or professional service business. There are many opportunities to do business with the state. Step one is you have to register as a supplier. So to be considered for state contracts and purchasing opportunities, your business must be registered in the state supplier system. The state of Georgia is now transitioning to a new platform, which is called Georgia at Work, which officially replaces the Team Georgia marketplace that we used to have. That transition will begin on July the 1st. So this new enterprise resource planning system will become the central location for supplier registration, purchasing opportunities, invoicing, and vendor management. So make sure your business is ready before registering. Make sure you have, again, a properly structured business. You want to make sure that you have an LLC, corporation, nonprofit, and you also want to make sure that that particular entity is active as well, guys. Well, every year you are supposed to pay a fee to make sure that your registration is active. Right now, if you have not paid the fee, which is $50 that was due back in April, you have like less than 10 days for that before that business now becomes deregistered from the state, and now you would have to pay like a $250 fee in order to reinstate it. So make sure that your registration with the Secretary of State is active, guys. Again, you must have the EIN from the IRS, a business bank account that shows your actual business, not your name, but the business bank account, not a personal, but it needs to be a business bank account. Have your W-9 form. Your current business and address and contact information must be updated as well with the Secretary of State. Also, if you have any business licensing, it must also be current as well. Applicable license and certifications if your business requires certifications, and a capability statement is recommended as well. If you don't know what that capability statement, we'll put some examples on social media, things like that. You can send us an email, use chat, use Claude. Step three is understand what agencies buy. State agencies purchase a wide variety of products and services, including professional services, construction and maintenance, transportation services, technology solutions, office supplies, training and education, marketing communications, food services, janitorial and facility services. That's a big one, guys. If you have a cleaning company, the state is always hiring facility, janitorial and facility services. So don't assume that the state only buys from large corporations. Many opportunities are available to small businesses. So stay certified, stay compliant. Winning government businesses does require organization, so keep your business registration active. Your tax filings also would need to be current, licenses updated, banking information accurate, insurance documentation available as well. Many opportunities can be missed simply because the business is not compliant or cannot provide the required documentation. Why this matters is government contracts can provide consistent revenue, long-term relationships, business growth opportunities, increased credibility, and additional financing opportunities. Lenders often view the government contracts as a strong indicator of your business stability, guys. So in the end, businesses that win government contract are not always the biggest businesses, that are often the most prepared businesses. And as Georgia launches Georgia at Work, now is the perfect time to position your business to compete for state opportunities. I will drop they are having two sessions actually on today. One is at 10 a.m., one is at 2 p.m. It just basically walks you through the new system that they're moving on to, gives you all those instructional videos and things like that. You'll be able to interact and ask questions. It's via Zoom. Actually, it may be via Teams, Microsoft Teams, but I'll drop the link in chat and I'll also put it into all our social media platforms so you guys will have that information. Great. Again, this is a great opportunity. Don't think just because you're a small business that you don't have the opportunity. Think Fitness can actually get in there and be a supplier. Dr. Rocky and everything that he does with education and putting on events and things like that, you can also be a vendor as well. And don't think that your small business doesn't have the same opportunities as these large corporations does, because the state of Georgia is giving you all the information right there. They want to do business with you, but we want to make sure that we are prepared and we stay compliant, and then we also get registered and stay ready, guys. You never know when the opportunity may present itself, and you can work throughout the entire state of Georgia. It doesn't have to be just be Muskogee County. You can go work in the entire state. All right, guys. So I'll drop all that information for you. I know there was a lot, but I'll drop all that information for you guys so that you'll be able to sign up for one of those sessions on today. Even if you don't get it today, go ahead and register so that way you'll get the replay. And then you can watch it at your leisure. But that has been the business tip of the day, guys. Doing business with the state of Georgia. I will send all that information to you guys. I'm going to pass it back to Madam President. And you're on mute, Madam.
On mute. I just realized that. It says you are muted now. I want to circle back to something that Monte said as far as being able to do not only business with the city of Columbus, but also with the state of Georgia. One thing that we keep going back to is making sure that your business is set up correctly. I mean, with the grant, making sure your business is set up correctly, with the doing business with the city, with the state, making sure your business is set up correctly. I'm seeing that we keep driving this home. And if you know anyone that is like, I don't know why I can't get the funding or I can't do business with, this is why. One of the things I want us to focus on again is it's the basics, making sure your business is set up correctly. We're going to I want to charge us as a chamber to keep focusing on getting these businesses set up correctly. I know we have some phenomenal businesses in the area, but making sure that they're set up correctly so they can scale and grow and help with the economic development here locally is very important. So we're going to continue to drive that home. I don't know if you guys have seen that theme, but that is something that has been said, I want to say, on a weekly basis on every call that I've been on as far as funding is concerned. I think Mayor-elect Hughley mentioned that last night, that, during COVID, when businesses were trying to apply for emergency funding, they couldn't do it because they were not set up accurately. So again, that's a theme that we're going to continue to drive home and make sure that we can scale and we can grow within these businesses. So I'm going to turn things over to Dr. Rocky Marsh, just to get a recap of, last night, the festivities that we participated in with the Chamber Day at the park with the surrounding chambers. And I see we have a special guest on the call this morning, so I'm going to turn things over to Rocky. Rocky?
Thank you, Madam President. Good morning, everyone in the River Valley. This is Dr. Rocky Marsh, your Vice President of Membership Engagement. Yes, Madam President, not only do we have one special guest on the line today, you have two special guests on the line. So if you are joining us today in live or you're watching the replay, we have a surprise for you. And just to give a quick recap of what Madam President, I think you and Monte both mentioned this about keeping packets ready and compliant. Uh, I cannot stress this enough. They both have stressed the point several times. Madam President, what I can assure you is that since we have concluded our SBR2, what we will do is in line what we did for round one. And next week, we will have an after actions review for all of our applicants who were not selected or who were just wondering what it would have take. We want to continuously take the opportunity to educate our business community. So be on the lookout for our after actions review for the Small Business Revitalization Grant that we had with the Georgia Coalition of Black Chambers. And you know how you find out when that is? Subscribe to our email newsletter or follow one of our social media platforms. With that, let's move forward with the recap. Last week, we had our first inaugural chamber night with all the other chambers of commerce here in Muskogee County, Columbus, Georgia area, Harris County, Greater Chamber, East Alabama, several others. It was an amazing night of networking. The point that we want to make was to meet other people who don't look like us because business has no color. The only color is green. So you want to make sure you're meeting those connections and establishing those relationships. All right. So moving forward, just to recap last night about the amazing attendance, the camaraderie. We also had our news media outlets. So we want to thank the Columbus Civic Center and all of their vendors. We want to thank Chef E, Michael So on the music, our catering, our photography, and the two special guests. Also, we want to thank congratulate our five recipients that received $7,000 on the spot last night. And because their packets were compliant and ready. So we want to congratulate them. We will be sharing their testimonials in case that inspires other business leaders. Now, I see we do have Miss Juneteenth on. And so if you missed last night, Miss Juneteenth, if you could just hold real tight, real quick, because we have another special guest that was on, and I want to bring him on now, sir. I do see you on. Last night we had the privilege of being joined by newly elected our mayor-elect Isaiah Hughley, who is our first elected Black mayor of Columbus, Georgia. Sir, I do see you on. I see you're muted. Not sure if you are able to join us, but while you're figuring that out, okay, it seems like he left. So maybe he'll come back. So if he comes back, I will reintroduce him. But we did have the honor of being joined by Mayor-elect Isaiah Hughley. And it was an honor to welcome the first elected Black mayor of Columbus, Georgia. As Madam President shared, he did share some perspective while he was serving as city manager and some things that he believes that could be accomplished through and in collaboration with the River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce. So this is a great time to tap in and learn more and stay informed. And as Montes and Madam President said, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. While we wait for him to return with us, if that's possible, but it's just an honor just to see him, even see him online. So we will move forward. The second guest that you missed last night, we had the 2026 Miss Juneteenth to greet us. And okay, we do see Mayor-elect Hughley back on. And I'm sorry, Miss Juneteenth, I promise you, you won't be waiting for long. Mayor-elect Hughley, sir, I do see you on. I wanted to give you the opportunity to address the crowd. Sir, you are online with our River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce, our members, who wherever they might be joining across the 16 counties and our executive staff. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you, Rocky. Good morning, Madam President, and the River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce team. I want to thank you for your great work. I have been very impressed. Rocky, even when I served as city manager, we had numerous meetings to talk about how to do business with the city and in Columbus. And you've continued that momentum to continue to move the River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce forward. And I am impressed with your work. I said last night, and I said along the campaign trail, I talked about what I would like to do when I become mayor in economic development for small businesses. And that commitment remains, and I will carry it forward. As I said last night, we fund Choose Columbus Development Authority, if you will, each year to the tune of $1.3 million or more. And I believe we need to increase that amount, not just to them, but we need to go a step further when we increase the amount that we provide for economic development to provide some stipulations that a portion of our funding should support small business, nonprofits, and the arts. And I'm committed to moving that forward as part of the mayor's budget when I take office. And I will say to you again that I believe for Columbus-based businesses, you have to be a business in Columbus with a business license. I want to carry something forward that would provide annual grants to small businesses and through the River Valley Chamber of Commerce, much like we did with Choose Columbus Development Authority. We had them administer the $9 million in grants that we administered through the ARP. But I'd love to see an allocation to River Valley on an annual basis to support small businesses. And I'm talking about small business grants, and I would model it similar to what we do for crime prevention grants. We do 750,000 or more. It would not be that much to start out, but 750,000 or more is what we provide to them. And then we provide small crime prevention grants to agencies throughout Columbus. And those agencies can come back year after year and apply for those grants to keep those nonprofit organizations going. And if we're doing it there for crime prevention because we're concerned with crime, I'm concerned with small business. I'm concerned with African American owned, operated small business. We could have a similar program to that. And so when we start that process, I start that process, I'll call on you guys for your support in moving it forward, that when I put something in the budget, it stays in the budget. And so that's my commitment to supporting not just small business, but African American owned small businesses through the great work that you've demonstrated through the River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce. And so I greet you. I thank you for what you're doing. Keep that momentum. It is great, and I am impressed. And I know, like you did last night with those grants, you're helping small business stay in business. Small business is big business, and we need to continue to sustain them, and we need to grow them in Columbus, Georgia. So I look forward to being your mayor come January, the 71st mayor of Columbus, Georgia. Thank you for your support. We can do this together, and I look forward to working with you to get it done.
Sir, thank you for joining us. I actually had a list of questions, but in your summation, you have answered all of the questions. So I want to just thank you. And listen, we want to make sure, hey, please send River Valley an invitation to your inauguration. We would love to make that an event for you. President Stephanie also attended another inauguration that a chamber hosted for an incoming mayor. It was great. So please let us know if we can attend and be supportive of you. And we thank you for joining us and our members across the region that our coverage area leads. So thank you, sir, and congratulations again.
Absolutely. And I do have a 9 o'clock on the other side of town, so
Yes, sir.
got to get going.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
for the opportunity, and continue the great work.
Thanks,
Have a
sir.
good day.
You too. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard it. See, this is why elections have consequences and elections matter and representation matters. So I'm going to move forward, not delay the point. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the honor of being last night, in addition to Mayor-elect Isaiah Hughley, we were also joined by our 2026 Miss Juneteenth. And I want to introduce you to Miss Alexis Howard, who joined us and actually gave the greeting for our Juneteenth mixer. So I want to welcome her and allow her the opportunity to greet our members and I'll call. Good morning, Miss Juneteenth.
Good morning, everyone. It's such an honor to see everyone again. Yesterday was such a memorable night to see Miss President Stephanie, Dr. Rocky Marsh, Mayor-elect Isaiah Hughley, just a lot of important people. Everyone there was important, but just to see everyone there, see everyone networking, seeing a lot of people from different backgrounds to come out together, it was really nice. I got to meet a lot of people from a lot of areas, from Opelika area, from Smith Station. So it was a great turnout. It was an honor to be able to greet everyone, to be able to just see everyone. And so again, I'm just ready to see all these small businesses to continue to grow, just to continue to support them and see more small businesses to come up. So I'm very excited for that.
Well, thank you for that plug for small business. And as Mr. Mayor-elect Hughley said, small business is big business.
Big
I
one,
love that.
yeah. Yes,
So
sir.
listen, what I want to let you do, if you could share, what do you have on your tab? I know your schedule is busy as well this month of all months. So what do you have coming up? Now, I already know the answer to the question, Mr. Routine, but they want to hear from you. They don't want to hear from me. What do you have on your schedule that you would like the people to know and invite them to?
Well, I would like to let everyone know, Saturday is our Juneteenth Jubilee. It starts at 7 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. And then we also have our Columbus Lions game, same day as well. So I'll be there Saturday. Make sure you guys are there. Purchase your tickets. Tomorrow I do have an AKA Western Ball. I do not know if, everyone, can purchase a ticket, but I'll be in attendance of that, which I'm very excited for. I have my boots on the ground. Next week is also our mayor's ball on the 27th. So I'll be there on the 27th. I'm very excited for that, to be at the ball, to dress up, see everyone. And then in July, July 5th is our 706 day. 706 day. So right now, my schedule is boom, 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 but I'm so ready to be out there, see everyone. So all of Columbus, Smith Station, all the surrounding areas, if you are able to come out and support and just be there, we would love to have you. I would love to connect with more people. Come up, say hey to me, speak to me. I'm just very excited. So again, those are the events I will be at. I'm excited for more events to come around. But as of right now, that's all that I know of.
Well, we thank you. You did a great job last night. You've been doing a great job wearing your crown, so we appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
Only for an admin note, on Saturday, and this came in late last night, everyone, our parade that was scheduled for tonight, due to expected inclement weather, will be moved to Saturday, June the 20th at 11 a.m. We have already shared the update to our platforms and in our email distro. So if you got our email this morning about the call, you also got the email about the postponement, or actually the rescheduled date. So on Saturday is going to be a busy day. We're going to have the parade at 11 a.m. And just a slight admin change to what Miss Juneteenth shared. The Jubilee will be at 4 p.m.
Okay.
And then the Columbus Lions game is at 7 p.m. So plenty of stuff nonetheless to do and plenty of opportunities to meet Miss Juneteenth. So I want to thank Miss Alexis Howard for joining us. Please make sure you introduce yourself to her if you see her out and about, and keep the pouring in that positivity, because we want to support our young people. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have going forward, or in the month of June. As you can see, a lot is going on. So I want to give this last plug. Make sure you tap in with River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce. Last night, we posted a link to join our email distro that is updated regularly. So please follow us on our social media platforms or join our email distro. One thing, Madam President, before I turn it back over to you, we encountered a lot of people last night who were inquiring. Hey, I didn't know you guys were here. I didn't know about this event, da da da. So we, for all of those people who are interested, or maybe you come into contact with someone who might be interested in some of the things we do, please invite them to follow the page, join the email distro, or guess what? Join the chamber, and together we can grow. That is all I have. I want to turn it back over to Madam President.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Juneteenth, Dr. Rocky Monte, and in his absence, Mayor-elect Isaiah Hughley for joining us this morning. Again, a lot of things going on here. Super proud of the growth that we've had for the chamber. It's been again, I remember where we were about 2.5 years ago, and it was definitely a rebuilding stage. So this is definitely what we have experienced now. It's been something that we've been striving towards. So understand that your RVBCC leadership has been looking forward to having things like this take place. I'm going to end on two notes. One is a shameless plug. While the parade has been changed, Madam President will be a part of the Juneteenth Jubilee as well, teaching a chair-based fitness class Saturday morning in the hospitality suite, the same place we were at last night as a part of the Juneteenth celebration. You can come and then go stand for the parade, come work out and go watch the parade. And that starts at 10 a.m. in the hospitality suite. And I'm going to actually revisit the message that I gave to the awardees last night. And I could be a little politically incorrect here, where don't just take the money and run. And I know this will replay back, and that's not just for the awardees, but anyone doing business. Give back whatever you can do to help with the chamber. We appreciate it. If you can come up with an idea for a workshop, let us know. We are more than willing to work with you. I fully intend to reach back out to the awardees and say, hey, we have some young people that might be interested in becoming a barber, having a barbershop, or wanting to have a photography business, things of that nature. So I fully intend to make sure that everything is reciprocated. You got this. Now give back to those who might be interested. Participate in a panel, hold a workshop, answer questions that people might be interested in. And it may not be kids, it may be an adult that might be doing photography on the side. There's enough out there for everyone. Collaboration over competition works every time. And Mrs. D. Marsh when I tell you that she is one that I can honestly say that as a member, she has always been that person to help and give back. And you can see in the growth of Radiant Realty that has been when you give and you get back, it shows. So Dee, I want to give you a shout out. And also she's a girl's girl, just love her. She go boost my ego every time I see her. But at any rate, don't do that, Rocky. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. Enjoy the festivities. It's going to be a great weekend. Might be a little gray outside, but we're gonna bring that Juneteenth flair and enjoy ourselves. So you guys be safe. I'll see you sometime at some of these all these festivities they have going on in the Columbus area. You guys have a great day. Be safe and see you next time.